So I am looking to purchase a new sports car, and one of the main ones that I've been considering is the McLaren 12C. This is not a McLaren 12C, as you can very clearly tell. This is a 600 LT Spider, but I'm in this car because I don't currently have access to a 12C, and this is at least a McLaren. But I also really wanted to drive this because my friend Jason just took delivery of it, and he says it's the most amazing thing ever, and he's owned a 570S and a 12C. We'll start back at the beginning. I sold the R7 because I wanted a sports car again. I wanted something exotic, but also wanted something manual. So make sure you check out the video talking about the GT350 because that is on my list of consideration. But so is a McLaren of some sort. When the 12C first came out, it became one of my dream cars. I loved it. I've driven a couple of them. The first time I drove it, I was like, oh my God, this car is amazing. Even before I drove it, I fell in love with the car, the carbon tub, engineering, the powertrain, the performance. It was blisteringly fast. I love the way they look. Butterfly doors are obviously amazing. And as time has come on, they have started to depreciate quite hard, which is what McLarens have kind of become known for, depreciating very hard, to the point where they are in my range, not easily, but comfortably. I could buy a 12C. Could I buy a 650S? They're still in the 130, 140-ish range for like the lower end of the market with maybe 10 to 20,000 miles on them. 570S is also, some of them have come down to 125 to 130, but those are going to be either higher miles, not the most desirable spec, and or have a not clean Carfax. The end all is I've been looking at a McLaren as my potential next car. I actually spoken to a couple owners, a couple of the vehicles for sale, so it started to kind of inch forward because it's been my dream car for a while. But there are problems. But first, let's just start this thing up. Well, maybe that's how we started up. Eddie user error. This is a brand new 600 LT Spider, and because of the Spider, the top comes off obviously, but the best part of a Spider is the little rear window. Happens in all these convertible supercars. My R8 was like that. You could have the top up and you could lower the rear window and you would still get good isolation in your cabin, not a lot of wind noise. And if it was raining, it wouldn't get rained out, but you get to hear all the noise from back there. And the 600 LT is even better because you have exhaust that's like that long and it exits straight on the top, so it sounds absolutely amazing. So why do I love McLaren so much? Well, the carbon fiber tub is amazing. The engineering they put into these cars is also amazing. The hydraulic suspension in the Super Series cars allows it to ride as comfortably as like a Mercedes S-Class while performing like a supercar. So that is an excellent combination. The Super Series... Whoa! I got interrupted by the McLaren 600 LT. The Super Series cars... Wow, the gear shifts in this thing are lightning fast. Holy crap, I'm in powertrain sport mode. That is, wow. All right, we're gonna place timeout on that McLaren discussion. Oh my God, listen to those pops. So we have a problem. The big problem is my friend Jason has handed me the keys to one of the newest, most hardcore, fastest McLarens out there, and it's gonna ruin any idea of buying a 4 or 5 year old 12C, because this thing, even though it's the Super Series, or it's the Sports Series and it makes less horsepower, it's faster, it's sharper. Oh my God, this thing is crazy. Wow. All right, so let me calm down for a second and talk some intelligent talk. Could I buy myself a 570S or 650S? Yes, but the way I want to view buying an exotic car in that price range is there's how much can I afford, but how much can I afford to lose? And depreciation is a huge factor. Fortunately, for me, not for the original owners of the cars, these have come to less than half of their original MSRP, and as a secondhand buyer, it is something that I can benefit from. I can buy a 12C for $100 grand. You can buy a $120,000 car that used to be $200,000 plus. But there are still other massive costs that come with it. The 12C has been known to have some issues. Some people have flawless ownership experiences. They put miles on them. I have a friend with over 45,000 miles on his 12C Spider. It's been great. They moved on to, well, actually they added 675, P1, blah, blah, blah. Then I have friends who had significant issues with their engine, cam phasers, hydraulic suspension problems. Some people have had transmission issues, and those costs, if you do not have warranty, are staggering. We're talking about a Honda Civic's worth of problems in 1 year. So that's terrifying, so you need extended warranty. McLaren offers an extended warranty. It's expensive. I think the current prices are somewhere in that $4,500 to $5,000 a year. You can extend it for up to, I believe, 12 or 10 or 12 years beyond the date the car was first manufactured. That's a lot of money, and then I believe McLaren also requires you to bring it in for a McLaren factory certified service each year, which is then close to $2,000 on a Super Series car like the 12C. Those costs add up, and it's something I need to consider. I kind of glossed over the depreciation thing. A reason the 570S and 650S kind of fell off of my radar is I still think those cars have a good $10,000 to $20,000 minimum to fall within the next year or two, and just writing off $10,000 to $20,000 depreciation is part of the supercar ownership experience, but is it something I want to partake in at the moment? Not necessarily. What I want to partake in is more 600 LT. Oh my God, every time you shift, it gives you this pop, and they're like instantaneous. Wow. Wow. The owner says he thinks it's almost PDK fast. I think it's PDK fast. As you can tell, I'm kind of all over the place because I made the mistake of putting myself in a 600 horsepower McLaren, and I need to try to talk intelligently about buying another 600 horsepower McLaren. Oh my God, what am I not covering? What am I not covering? 12C. There are a lot of issues. Headlight condensation, blah, 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 and the cost for warranty and service and everything. But at the end of the day, that car truly has made me so excited to fall so much in love with it that I am considering spending that kind of money on owning it. I personally am willing to risk it because that car makes me so happy, and it's been such a dream car of mine. The reason my Instagram username ends in 616 is because that's the power that a McLaren 12C makes, and that's how much of a McLaren fanboy I am. All right, we're putting the top down. It'll do it up to probably around 30 miles an hour, which is typical. Woohoo! Convertible supercars. And today's weather is like perfect. 70 degrees and sunny. Nice. Nice. This is the second convertible I'm driving this weekend. I drove my friend's Boxster Spider, the brand new one, yesterday. And what that car really made me miss was my R8 V10 Spider. Having a top-down manual was a lot of fun. Now 600 LT Spider. I've driven a couple 600 LT coupes, 570S coupe. This is the first time driving this is actually my first time driving a convertible McLaren. Let's see what it's like. One of the things I really like about the McLaren paddle shifter system is it's on this like toggle arm. So you can pull the right for an upshift, pull the left for a downshift, or you can push the right for a downshift. Yeah, they did a really good job with the 600 LT. This thing is a beast, and absolutely top down. You can't get the roof scoop, but the roof scoop also costs like, I don't know, like $45,000 or something through MSO. So I will take the convertible top. It definitely enhances the experience. Wow. I want a McLaren. Dang it, Jason. So I see myself facing a couple options. One, buy a 12C, add the extended warranty, ideally a later model year, a 13 or a 14 Spider, because they started to work out some of the problems there, and just live with having to have that cost planned in to my ownership cost. Option 2, step up, buy something like a 570, which the owner of this 600LT, my friend Jason, spent 45 minutes telling me why I should do that, because they fix so many things and the service intervals are better and so on and so forth. Option 3, buy 650S. They are a lot more money right now compared to 12C, at least 30 grand more. But again, they started fixing a lot of issues. My friend Jeff has had a flawless ownership experience, 2 years, over 15,000 miles on the car. So those are a couple options. And I guess I didn't mention the last one is just wait a year. That is a consideration, but I am impatient, and I can't explain how much I really love McLarens and how much it frustrates me that it's a slightly sketchy idea to own one, because I love them so much that I might just end up going out and buying one on impulse. We'll see. We'll see how it goes, but that is currently my mindset. And with that, I am going to go drive the 600LT a little bit more. Make sure you guys follow along, comment below what you think I should buy. Should I just say, screw it, go buy a 600LT? No, not 600LT. I totally misspoke. I can't afford that. Just go buy a 570S or a 12C or whatever it's going to be. I'm so indecisive, and it's actually causing a little bit of stress, but it's a good kind of stress, you know. At the end of the day, I'm going to get something that's going to make me happy. It is on the list. I want to share that with you guys. Comment below what you think I should do. R8 is on the list. GT350R. Thought about AMG GTS. Kind of threw it out the window. I don't think I want that anymore. But with that, I'm going to say goodbye and go probably drive this 600LT a little bit more. Thanks for watching, guys.